Hello IT people, welcome back to my IT workshop. In this video I'm going to show you how to recover or change the Cisco password, whether if you forget it, if you have to reset it for another company, and any other situation where you do not know the actual password. So we have a few bullets here. These are the steps I follow when I do this process. Um, I'm going to show you step by step, of course, but this is the guidelines I follow every time I try to reset a Cisco password. The model I'm going to use is a 2960. This is a real switch. I'm going to, a production switch, a switch that is actually working somewhere. So without further ado, let's start. As you can see here, this is the scenario. I have this rack, I have this Cisco switch, which, well, all of them are Cisco, that I have to reset because they don't know the password. I know it's messy. They need a cable managing, that's not the point. Well, this is the Cisco switch. It's a 2968X, 48 ports or 52. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect using a USB to serial cable. As you can see here, I'm going to connect them, and the RJ4445 is going to go to the console port in the switch. I want to reset the password. Well, the rack is wobbling, and the USB is going to be connected to my laptop. Now let's go to my laptop and see what happens there. Okay, here we are. I'm going to use this software called TerraTerm. I like it because when you connect a serial, when you have a serial connection, it automatically detects it. You choose it, and it's going to show you which one is used. In this case, COM3. I prefer that one instead of PATI. Okay, I am connected to the switch using the serial cable. As you can see, the name is ECA Annex. I don't have the password for it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect the power from the switch, and I'm going to connect it back again. Right away, I'm going to press the mode button on the front. As you can hear, there's a heavy noise coming from the fan or the fans in the back of the switch. I keep it pressed for about 20 to 30 seconds. This video is speed up, so that's why you may see things working a little faster, like blinking. The time I'm pressing it is not actually 20 seconds in the footage, but in real time it's around 20 seconds. So after that, let's go back to the computer. We'll see the console. After I disconnected and connected back again, I start pressing the mode button, and this is what I can see on the TerraTerm screen. So it's going through its normal process, but I have interrupted that process. That's why we're seeing this. All this process is honestly a little long. That's why I edited. Okay, finally we are in the switch command prompt. That's what we need to get access to. That way you know you are in the right place. We're going to start issuing the commands. So we need to put the flash in it. It's going to take a few seconds as well. It's a long process, honestly. It's very easy. It takes practice to get used to it, but it's a long process. So it has load. Now we're going to type help. This command shows us all the commands that we can use in this mode. These are the only, well, there are a few. These are the only we can use in this mode, in the recovery mode. Next, we have to use the dir flash command, and we are looking for this is the actual place where the configuration is stored in the flash memory. So as you can see, we are looking for the config that text document is the one which is storing the actual configuration. Now we are going to change the name. We're going to rename it from config.text to config.old. So we are following the commands. We're going to make sure everything is written correctly. We don't want any mistakes. We're going to press start. Well, enter, not start, enter. We're going to check the flash directory again with the command dir flash colon. As you can see, the file is different now. It's config.old. Now we're going to issue the boot command. This one is going to restart the switch. If you have restarted a switch before, you know it's a long process. So the video is as well speed up. Now this is going to take a few seconds. Actually, it's more like a minute or so, more or less. We have all the regular process. We are not going to touch the switch again. We are not going to press the mode again. We don't need to do that. We can see the version of the iOS, which is pretty old. Well, all the boot up process. Still waiting here. Just resizing the screen. Well, we come to this screen where we are not going to do the initial configuration. We don't need it. As you can see here, the name of the switch is switch, like a new switch. We don't have the name as before because we are not using that configuration. Now here I wanted to go directly to the next step, but I was typing it. I typed the command wrong, and all the ports are going up and down, going up and down. So I decided to wait. Now we are going to go to the next step, which is rename the flash config config.all to config text. Let's make sure everything is working correctly. It's going to ask me if I really want to do it. I press enter and we're going to check. As you can see, the file is now named config.text again. The next step is going to be to copy what is in this file to the actual running process, to the running config, because it's not in the memory right now. I mean, it's not in the running config, it's in the save configuration. So we issue the command that we have there. So it's telling us, are you sure you want to do it? Yes, because it's going to replace the actual configuration, but we don't have any. Now, after we have done that, after we press enter, you can see that the switch name has changed to the one we have seen before. So we know it's the actual configuration is run. Here I issue the run config, show run configuration. So I can see the IP address, which is going to be a problem in a few minutes. And I can see the VLANs that they are working. And we only have two VLANs, VLAN 1 and 100. Now, I'm changing the password here. I'm going to use Cisco 1. Of course, I'm going to change it later. I have changed it after I made the video. This is just for you to see something easy. Of course, you never have to use this password or something like it. Well, I changed the telnet password. I changed the console password. Everything good, looking good so far. I'm going to save the configuration just in case. Don't forget to save it, otherwise if you restart the server, it's not going to have the new configuration. I mean the new password. Now here I'm going to try to connect, but I'm going to fail because there was something with this switch I didn't know. This IP address .22 belongs to another switch. I have already reset it a few hours ago before doing this one. So now I'm trying to check what the problem is. Took me like half an hour to realize. Of course, you're not going to see that. Now in checking what IP are available, I realized that they are sharing the same IP address, which doesn't make any sense. And I find out that 10.10.10.23 is available. So I'm going to assign this IP address to the switch, but still it's going to fail. Also the mask, which is way too big for some reason. Okay, what I realized after half an hour of troubleshooting is that the VLAN was shut down. So I issue the command not shut down for VLAN 1. So now I will have access to it. And I will be able to log in using, I will be able to ping the switch and connect to it using Telnet. Now I'm going to try Telnet again. It's asking me for the password. I issue the password, Cisco 1. And as you can see here, now the name is correct, the one that we are working right now. So that way I can see it's working. I'm going to save it again, just in case, one more time. So technically that would be the video for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I know we have a little problems while troubleshooting this, but well, it's working now. So that's the way you can reset a password in a switch. The models, you have it in the title. If you like the video, please leave a like. I do videos as soon as I can, as soon as possible. And please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.